with him having or letting Sneeko throw punches for first like 2.5 minutes without throwing anything back, he got like tired out too. Yeah. So it's pretty much like, let me sit behind cover and let you shoot all your paintballs. Yeah. And then I'm gonna come out and unload my entire bucket on your face. Like,
but you did.
Yeah.
So before we get in the podcast, I wanted to just kind of ask you guys, please hit that subscribe button. Okay, 99.6% of you are not subscribed. Like, you watching this video right now are probably not subscribed. And so I just genuinely ask, both of us, we just ask, like, if you really genuinely find this video will have some value, if you find it like entertaining in any way, we ask for that subscribe button. And if you don't want to hit that subscribe button, let us know why. Like, we are trying to give you guys the best videos. And so if you don't find this good in some way, please let us know in the comment section so we can help work on that and improve that, because we are trying to get better for you. So
also, if you want to see your family again, you should subscribe, because I'll do it.
Yeah. Anyways, so another person who actually I'm not really scared of you, to be honest, Parker. They probably aren't either. But a person that you should be scared of, and I think every man and woman, and I don't like saying that, but I think it's inevitable. Sean Strickland. Okay, I think like him. There's probably about like there's a lot of people like scared. Would I get my ass kicked by him? I would do my very best not to. Okay. But I think when you look at the logical like response, like I think pretty much everyone would.
You might be faster than him. You could run.
Yeah, exactly. That would be that would be it.
Now me, I'm probably not faster than him either, so I might just be fucked. But
and I mean, maybe it's just like, would I want to lose my reputation or my life? That would be the decision being made. Yeah. Okay, it's not a decision of can I beat this guy or not. It's like, do I want to be respected when I'm dead, or be a coward and run now and survive? Yeah. That would be the decision that I make, right? Which I think most people would probably be making that decision. But I don't watch a lot of UFC. I've watched, like you started getting into a lot more, and I think with the Nelk boys, like looking into the UFC a lot more, it's just been like something kind of interesting. And specifically, when you showed me Sean Strickland, whatever it was back in September, whenever he was fighting Stylebender, right? Was it that same fight when he beat Stylebender? Yeah. That one like put him, at least in my mind, where I'm like, oh, this guy like I fuck with. Mm-hmm. Like the dude is just a genuine like. He's a fucked up American, but that's exactly what makes him like awesome. Is he's just like he's just out there. He's like, yeah, I don't give a shit. Like, this is who I am. Fuck with me or not, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, no, I thought like, first of all, I thought that like, getting into UFC like recently, I was like, oh, like I'm getting into UFC more. Maybe it's because I'm getting older. Maybe just like I've never really looked into UFC much, but I think a lot of guys our age are getting into UFC. I think like
so too,
a lot of my friends I talk to now, like I'll be like, you watch UFC and they're like, oh yeah, but like I just started like a year or two ago. I'm like, dude, same. I was like, it's my favorite sport now though. I think a lot like I would say a lot has to do with like Nelk and them getting into it, but I was getting into it like before they start to. Mm-hmm. I think like UFC's just on the rise right now. I think a lot of people are just getting into it in general.
Dude, I think it was since C-19 and that shut down so much stuff, and it changed things where it's just like you're not going to allow for, like, you're going to go play, like, the championship game with, like, all these restrictions and stuff. Yeah. And, like the whole NBA, that finals where the Lakers won was that was the most bullshit thing ever. And it's like, you lose respect for the game. Yeah. You're like, how are you going to manipulate it in this way? Like, it's not fun to watch. Yeah. Whereas UFC was like, I mean, it's just two guys in a cage. Like, we can still have this shit going. Like, there's nothing, it's not like we need to, but not only that, like, we're going to test everyone. We're going to have it there. And it wasn't like much of a difference. Dana White was like, as much as we can, like, as much as the law prohibits, we are going to push it to the very max. Yeah. Which that's respectable, because it's like, you're not going to tell him what he can and can't do.
Yeah, I think a lot of companies that were, I don't know what the word is, the opposite of woke, just, I guess, more right. Like a lot of those companies.
Right-leaning.
Yeah. Like a lot of those blew up. Even
conservative type.
Yeah, even companies that were just like, that just didn't shut down during COVID and stuff, like they just blew up because people were like, hell yeah, like whatever.
Respect.
But yeah, back to like Sean Strickland. He's the one guy, like not even one fighter. He's the one celebrity, really any person that like you can't go up to and just joke with. Like you risk getting punched in the nose. Like he doesn't care about lawsuits and stuff. Like,
he does it.
Have you seen that guy? He was real famous like during like 2019, 2020, I think, the little Hispanic dude. He's like, "Oh, Chupapi Muñeño." That guy.
Yeah, and he would like throw stuff over
like
aisles.
That guy. Yeah. So he went up to Sean. There was a video of him going up to Sean Strickland, and he was like acting like he was going to interview him. And Sean's like, "Oh, what's up, man? What's up?" And he goes, "Chupapi Muñeño," and puts it in Sean Strickland's face. And Sean Strickland, he goes, "I don't know who you are, but in another setting, I might punch your face in." And he just like walks off. And the dude, he was like kind of scared. He's like, "Oh shit!" Like he broke character. He's like, "Oh shit!" Let's get it.
Yeah.
Sean's like, he's like, "I don't know who you are, but another setting, I might punch you," or something like that. And he's like, "Oh shit!" Like Sean does not care.
No, he doesn't. I watched a clip of him, and he confronts all these celebrities. I actually watched. He has a YouTube channel too. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched him confront Machine Gun Kelly and Megan Fox.
Oh,
did you see that?
I've seen a clip of it. I haven't seen the whole thing.
It's hilarious. He's just like dog it. I guess, are they dating, Machine Gun Kelly and Megan Fox?
Yeah.
Maybe they're white. I don't know if they're husband or whatever. But he just dogs on her right in his face. Yeah. He's like, "And you're ugly too. Like, change your clothes and shit. Like, you're fat or whatever." You know, it's just like, oh God. And it is refreshing to have someone who just does like, and like that was like Danny Duncan at the start, like when he started popping off because he didn't care. Like he would get arrested or whatever. And it was just like,
yeah. I feel like Danny Duncan had some motive behind it though. Like he realized that acting like that would get him more views and stuff, which I always feel like Danny Duncan's personality.
Yeah, that was
him.
I don't care. No, that's not, like that was him before, and then he realized, and then he fed into it.
Yeah, but like Sean, I think when he goes and like says that stuff, I don't think he's thinking like, "Oh, people are gonna like that's just him."
Yeah, no, I think it is. I think he's just 100%.
Like in his head, he's like, "I want to punch this kid in the face, so I'm gonna tell him I want to punch him in the face, and then walk off so I don't punch him in the face." Like he's not messing around. He doesn't.
No, and he has the like. A lot of people can say that, but can't back it up.
Yeah,
like that's what he could back it up,
which
makes it where you're like, oh, okay.
And that's another way to know that you're blowing up is Jake Paul recently called him out.
Yeah,
like
no
fighter gets called out by Jake Paul unless they're a poppin' fighter.
Yeah.
Like Logan fought Floyd Mayweather or whatever. Like they call the top guys, or Jake called out Anderson Silva because he used to be like the best UFC fighter of all time, and then now he's old, so then he could call him out, get the clout, but also not have to fight the best fighter of all time.
Yeah.
Which with Strickland, it's different because Strickland is like a striker. He's like basically a boxer. Like most of his fighting is striking, so he'd be a good boxer too. But Jake tried calling him out because Jake said he wanted to do like an organized like boxing fight, like pay him, like he said he'd give him like $1 or $2 million if he fought him. But what Strickland said is, I don't know if Jake did or not, but Strickland's like, he's like, you know damn well that I'm not allowed to fight you in like an organized boxing ring. He's like, that's the only reason he called me out is because he knew I couldn't do it. He's like, because he even said he's like right after I saw that video, he's like, I called, I don't remember who it is. It's basically like the other half owner of the UFC, like basically the same amount as Dana White, but he's just behind the scenes. I never knew that was a dude, but that's what Sean said. And he's like, yeah, I called so and so and I asked him, and he was like, well, you let Conor McGregor fight Floyd Mayweather, so why can't I go fight him? And basically the guy's response was, Jake Paul's not Floyd Mayweather. Like he said, Jake Paul has kids watch him who don't buy pay-per-view. Floyd Mayweather had all these adults who buy pay-per-view. He's like, so he can't do that. So basically Sean said, like, I would, but you're not big enough is what he replied. And he's like, but what you can do, he goes, you can hop on your little cute private jet, fly down here, and we can get a little powwow going. And you already know if they got in a sparring match, Sean Strickland's known for being a terrible sparring partner because he just goes all out and beats the shit out of anybody. And so he's like, what we can do is get a little powwow. You fly down here, we can have a sparring match. I would love to see that because, like, the reason I think Jake wouldn't do it is because if it was an organized boxing thing, if Sean socks him in the face and he's down, they're going to stop it. I feel like if it's a sparring and he goes down, Sean's just going to start beating the shit out of him. Like, I could easily, why would he not? That's what Sean does.
Yeah, I guess. And if you don't like him, like that was one of the, I think that video where he was talking about Machine Gun Kelly, he was talking about influencers and how he like hates influencers, like despises them, which like rightfully so, because like influencers are a lot of talk, right? There's two different people in this world. There's doers and there's talkers.
Yeah.
Like influencers do a lot of talking. They don't actually do anything. Sean Strickland is a doer. Like he just does shit. And now he has a platform where he can talk because he's done so much shit. Like you see like Chris Bumstead. You see Michael Jordan, like Tiger Woods. Like these guys do shit. Now that they done shit, now they can talk.
Yeah.
Like Sean Strickland, that's him. He's done some shit. Now he has a voice.
Yeah.
Whereas you see guys like Jake Paul, they didn't do anything. Like he really didn't do anything. He just like does a lot of talking, creating drama.
To be fair, I'd say Jake's getting to the other side. Like I respect Jake way more than most other influencers.
Yeah, no, though that was so. In that he fought or ended up. I don't know what happened, but ended up somehow him and Sneeko fought. Did you see that?
Yeah, the sparring.
And Sneeko, he's been like boxing or something. Like he's been doing. I think didn't he box Aiden Ross?
He might have he did like a little thing like messed with him like letting Aiden try to learn how to box, but
whatever it was. But I mean, not that Sneeko's a boxer or anything, but they ended up sparring.
Yeah,
Sean Strickland and Sneeko, and like if you watch the whole thing, apparently like Sneeko was. He's trying to fight and stuff, and he was hitting Sean Strickland a few times. I think Sean was like not striking back. He was just like he was sparring, and wasn't that the case?
Yeah, I watched the whole thing. He was like, basically, as they were going, I don't remember if I think it was like 3 minute one round, and so they're going, and the whole beginning, Sean, like he didn't throw a single time. Like he has his hands just down, or how he like fights, he has them like up like in a weird like shell stance, but he sits there and Sean's like sitting there throwing and. I actually watched another fight like break it down because usually I don't just like watch a full video without like usually if I'm gonna watch a full video I watch like someone else react to it that I like care about their opinion, so I get like 2 in 1 whatever.
Yeah.
And so this guy Demetrius Johnson, Mighty Mouse, I'm sure most people know, he was like watching and like breaking down the fight. And he's like Sneeko's actually throwing some good stuff here. He's hitting the body when he's supposed to hit the body, like he's throwing low instead of throwing high all the time. He's like he actually has really good boxing mechanics. He's like, but he's also going against the world champion, like one of the world champions, like one of the best strikers in the UFC. And the whole time he's just in there not throwing, and Sneeko got like one like decent body shot on him. Like it wasn't anything, but like decent body shot. And Sean's like, oh boy, he's like, I can't wait. He's like, this next minute's about to be hell for you, boy. like he was just like waiting for the last minute to just like release on this dude. And even before he said that, Mighty Mouse and they're watching. He's like, I have a weird feeling that this last minute's not gonna be too good for Sneeko. He's like, I think he's gonna let loose a little bit, and he did.
Yeah.
He let loose, was just piecing him up.
Oh,
like
bad.
It's crazy how like you watch those fights and like they swing and miss a lot because how skilled the other guy is.
Yeah.
So like in my head, I thought like no one's like that accurate with punches. You just throw and hope to land one. Cause that's what it looks like in real fights. But when it's someone that skilled going against someone not skilled, they don't miss.
They didn't miss.
It's like he doesn't like close his eyes. He's like. As he's falling, gets another
and
one
how
on
fast he was too, where it's like, oh, he didn't stand a chance. He didn't stand a chance.
Like, he just has his hands up. You can't move your hands because if you do, you're getting socked. So you can't throw back. You can't do anything.
Yeah, it's kind of. I mean, not that I know. I've never done any of that. I want to get into it.
Yeah.
But we used to play paintball a bit, and it's kind of like that. You know, whenever like in paintball. When you're the guy that has the line going and you're continuing, like you automatically have them because the other guy's like running and can't have time to focus to hit back at you. Yeah. And so it's like that's how it is. I realized that in paintball specifically, where I'm like, dude, you just gotta you gotta take 1 or 2 hits, but continue to just fire back and just like know that you're gonna get hit.
Just not only that too, like. With him having or letting Sneeko throw punches for the first like 2.5 minutes without throwing anything back, he got like tired out too. Yeah. So it's pretty much like, let me sit behind cover and let you shoot all your paintballs, and then I'm gonna come out and unload my entire bucket on your face. Like
but you did, and it was. I was like, oh damn! Like I felt bad for.
And that's why he's known for being a bad sparring partner because he does shit like that. Yeah. And he said like, did you see like when they talked after the fight?
Yeah, he's like, I respect you.
Yeah, I respect. He's like, I just wanted you to fall down. He's like, if you would have fell down, I would have stopped. Yeah. And I'm sure if he would have hit him like one good time, Sneeko fell, he would have like ended there.
Yeah.
But I'm sure he felt some kind of way about not being able to knock down this influencer, so he was just like bam, 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 just going off on him.
But and I mean, good for Sneeko. Like it's
I gained a lot of respect for Sneeko. Honestly,
100%.
like I never really liked Sneeko too much because I thought he was kind of one of those guys that just
he's an influencer.
Yeah,
he's an
just
influencer.
says random stuff like not even just stuff out of pocket. Like I want to be Andrew Tate. That's how I saw him. But after doing that, even how you're acting, he didn't finish and be like, I just went so long with whatever Sean Strickland. You could tell he was mad that he got his ass beat, which made me think he actually thought he was going in there train so he's actually trying to be a boxer now. He's not just being stupid. But yeah, he pieced him up. And I've seen a lot of fighters who are mad. Even I'm pretty sure Joe Rogan was mad. A lot of other UFC fighters mad that he did that to Sneeko. They're like, because it was kind of messed up. Anytime that those UFC, I've seen a lot of videos where people collab with UFC fighters and they do sparring with them, and every time one guy's a helmet on and the real fighter doesn't have one on, and he'll sit there throw slight jabs and then weave hit a little soft shots. They're not trying to no one usually leaves those things with bloody noses and busted up lips like Sneeko did with a concussion probably. He was hitting him freaking hard.
He was, dude. Or, like I said at the end, I was like, damn, I feel bad for Sneeko. But I mean, if you could take those punches and that's what I said at the start, where I'm like, I don't like to say that anyone can whoop my ass. At the end of the day, you look at just straight facts. It's either there's a decision to 1, be a coward and run, 2, just die.
Yeah.
Just hope for mercy. You don't ask for mercy, you just hope that they have mercy on you. That's the 2 decisions when it comes to fighting there.
That's my thing with Sean Strickland. I'm not going to say he's 100% beating my ass because, I got one overhand right that might land.
Yeah.
But as soon as that one misses, you beat my ass.
You never know. So, I don't know. Guys, if you did enjoy this podcast, please hit that subscribe button. We're trying to build this audience, and if you did enjoy, let us know. If you didn't enjoy, and for whatever reason, let us know that as well. We want to make this the best for you guys, so appreciate you for watching. As always, we're here Monday and Friday. We'll continue to be. Thank you again. Talk to you later. Peace.